We'll begin the night with 140-pounders. Gary Antoine Russell, unbeaten, 13-0. All of his victories have come by knockout. He will be taking on Giovanni Santiago, 14-1-1. He's got 10 knockouts. And of course, you saw him on Showtime Championship Boxing against Adrian Broner earlier this year. He was making his U.S. debut, and there are a number of people who believe he won that fight. This should be one heck of a fight to start things off. And then you go to the co-main. You have an unbeaten fighter, Batir Jakumbayev, 18-0. 14 of his victories have come by knockout, 2 no contests, taking on Subriel Matias, 16-1. And all of his victories have come by stoppage. That should be an all-action fight, and it's the co-main. And then we get to the main event. By the way, it will be the 51st time that this venue, Dignity Health Sports Park, has hosted a world title fight. And we've got the WBC bantamweight champion, Nordine Oubaali, 2-time Olympian, defending his title for the 3rd time and taking on Nonito Donaire, a man who's won a world title in 4 different weight divisions, a man who, of course, been named Fighter of the Year. He's been in a Fight of the Year, and without question will be a Hall of Famer. Top to bottom, this card has got it, and it should be one heck of a night. Got members of the media here, so we're going to let you ask some questions as well. But first, let me get into talking to these fighters. And let's start with the first fight of the night. Gary Antoine Russell, Giovanni Santiago. This is going to be one heck of a fight. And, you know, Gary, let me start with you, or Antoine, let me start with you, because you've knocked out every opponent. You've stopped them all. You've never gone past the 4th round. Will this fight go past the 4th round?
I'm in the hurt business. That's my ideal. He's a slugger. If he want to come in there and slug with me, he will feel my power. And mentally, but physically with my hands. Like I said, I'm in the hurt business. I come to hurt.
Giovanni, listen, last time we saw you, you were unknown to the American audience. Many felt untested, and you put on quite a performance against Adrian Broner. What do you plan to do Saturday night against a young fighter who has knocked out everybody he's faced, and as you just heard, says he's in the hurt business and coming to take you out as well? Jacob Nazier will do the translation.
La última vez que estuviste aquí en Estados Unidos, nadie te conocía en la Unión Americana. Veniste a pelear con un ex campeón mundial como es Adrian Broner. Mucha gente te vio ganar. ¿Qué harás diferente este sábado contra un peleador joven, inteligente, que ha ganado todas sus peleas por la vía del cloroformo?
Nada, sé que es un gran peleador, un ex olímpico, pero venimos a hacer el trabajo asalto por asalto y que sea lo que Dios quiera. Si se acaba temprano, pues así se va a hacer.
I know that he's an Olympian. I know that he's young, but I come to fight. I come, if the fight finishes early, we come to fight blood for blood. So if the fight finishes early, and whatever God desires.
Antoine, you got I'm sure, the opportunity to see him fight against Adrian Broner. What did you see? What do you expect from Giovanni Santiago come Saturday?
For the lack of my Spanish, forgive me. La Valencia is how they would say it. He's going to bring his pressure. He's going to bring punches and bunches. And I believe that that's all he can bring. If he's been training and trying to perfect himself for my style of fighting, that's fine. You're not supposed to come in here one-dimensional. Like I said, the diamond shines from all sides. You might meet a fighter that usually fight one way and just decides to change his fighting style due to his opponent. But like I said before, I'm in the hurt business. If you want to bring a different style, fine. That's cool. I'm willing to take everything that he's willing to bring my way. And that's just that.
Giovanni, we saw the performance you gave against Adrian Broner. What kind of performance do you need to be victorious and give this young man his first loss?
Giovanni, vimos lo que hiciste contra Adrian Broner. ¿Qué es lo que tienes que hacer aquí diferente para darle su primera derrota a este joven peleador?
Nada, tengo que trabajar asalto por asalto, cuidarnos y mantener unas buenas manos. Llevarnos a la victoria es lo más importante.
Nothing. I just got to work round by round, throw punches, and win round by round.
Last question, Antoine, for you. You know the history of this venue. It always seems to produce magical fights. Your brother had a big fight, obviously, in this venue as well. Talk to me about this venue and what it is that it just seems like every fight that happens here, it seems like it goes in the record books because it's something in the air, it seems like, at this venue.
Honestly speaking, the only thing I can say is that this venue is going to promote blood, sweat, and tears, and the desire of people to be great. You know, and I'm definitely one of them. I've been in the gym. I've been giving my blood, my sweat, and my tears. And I'm bringing all of that right here in this venue come Saturday night.
And Giovanni, we'll wrap it up with you. I remember after the Adrian Broner fight, you said, people will know me after this fight. So what do you think the boxing public is going to be saying about you after this fight with Russell?
Giovanni, recuerdo la última vez que hablé contigo después de la pelea de Adrian Broner. Dijiste, la gente va a saber quién es Giovanni Santiago. ¿Qué piensas tú que van a decir después de esta pelea?
No, después que yo le gane a Russell, todo el mundo va a estar de mi lado y me la va a dar como decimos en Puerto Rico.
After I beat Russell, everybody's going to be on my side and they're going to give it to me like we say in Puerto Rico.
That's the first fight of the night, folks. And now we go to the co-main. Subriel Matias, Batir Shukumbayev. Here's the interesting thing about this fight. Matias, 16-1. Shukumbayev, 18-0. 30 of their 34 combined fights have ended in a stoppage. So this one has slugfest and possibly KO written all over it. And Subriel, we'll start with you because you said, I, without question, will be his toughest test. Tell us why.
Suriel, tú has dicho que tú vas a hacer la prueba más difícil de tu oponente. Dinos por qué.
Primero que nada, quiero agradecer a mi compañía Fresh Production, a la cadena PBC por darme la oportunidad, al organismo IBF por darme una segunda oportunidad de verdad pertenecer en los primeros 5 del mundo. Y referente a la pregunta, el sábado lo van a ver.
First, I want to give my promotion company, Fresh Promotions, shout out. I also want to thank PBC. I want to thank the IBF for giving us the opportunity. And come Saturday, they're going to know why I said that.
Tell us why you will be his toughest test. He hasn't lost yet.
Dinos por qué tú vas a hacer su prueba más difícil. Tú sabes que él no ha perdido todavía.
El sábado sabrán por qué.
Again, I repeat, Saturday, you'll know why.
Batir, your response. He says Saturday, you will find out why he will be your toughest test and why he will give you your first loss. What's your response?
Do you have translate Russian? He do not understand Russian, but my English a little bit not better.
Did you understand his question? He says he's going to give you your first loss Saturday. What's your response to that? Oh, you want to speak in Russian?
Yeah. Okay, I didn't good. I did good training camp, and I am ready Saturday. Yes, I think he is good fighter, and but I will be ready.
Be ready. Subriel, Batir was quoted as saying he has all the tools. He told the boxing scene, I have all the tools to be victorious and get a stoppage if I need one on Saturday. What's your response to that?
Matías, tu oponente dice a Boxing Scene que él tiene todas las herramientas para ganarte y para poder noquearte si es necesario. ¿Qué piensas tú a eso?
Se lo creo. El problema es que el sábado lo sostenga. No es decirlo de la boca para afuera. Es demostrarlo.
I believe him, but it's not just a matter of saying it. Saturday he has to prove it. You can't just say it out of your mouth. You got to prove it.
Do you think this fight, Subriel, will go the distance, or do you think we'll have a knockout?
Dile que él tiene récord de pegador y pues por lo que se ve en mis peleas no debe de llegar a 12 asaltos.
He said, we're both knockout artists, and what we're looking at, this fight should not finish by the decision.
Batir, do you think it'll be a knockout Saturday?
We'll see. We'll see Saturday. We'll see Saturday.
Hmm.
Yes, I show you. You'll see Saturday, inshallah.
Now we get to the main event. I'll tell you what a main event we got here. You've got the WBC bantamweight champion, Nordine Oubaali, 17-0. 12 of his victories have come by knockout, making the third defense of his title, two-time Olympian, and he's taking on Nonito Donaire, 40-6. 26 of his victories have come by knockout. Nonito, let me start with you. You're victorious Saturday at the tender age of 38. You would be the oldest world champion at 118 pounds. What would that mean to you?
I mean, it's great to me, but we keep it going. Just make it 40, just make it 42, whatever it is. You know, there ain't no stopping me. Mentally, I'm very, very grateful. But
And hearing you, seeing what you've done in training, there have been some people who said, this is the final chapter I've written. This is the final chapter of Nonito Donaire. It sounds like you're saying this is just the next chapter.
they say age starts 40, you know. Again, I feel good and I'm always healthy. You know, the reason why I can compete with everybody is because I keep myself healthy and I work hard. There's no lesser than 100% every time I'm inside that gym.
Nordine?
Yes.
You guys sparred about a couple of years ago. Is there anything from that sparring session that you can take that will help you Saturday night?
Tu Donaire a fait le sparring avant, que tu penses que tu as obtenu quelques des infos ça que te va aider pour samedi de ce sparring?
The sparring, just is sparring, training is training. You go the fight is other, it's not same. Every time you make a fight, it's not same. I know Saturday I make a big fight with Nonito Donaire because he's a good boxer, strong. I know I'm best. I'm training for this. I'm training hard. Now I'm ready to fight. I want to show all the people who look the two best bantamweight is boxing today, Saturday 29.
Champ, Nonito was quoted as saying, I have the killer instinct and I believe I have the power to knock him out. Your response to that?
Nonito a dit que il a que
Il dit qu'il a l'instinct du tueur et qu'il a la puissance pour pouvoir te battre. Qu'est-ce que tu réponds à ça?
Yes, he has the outstanding killer, but he have a problem. But me, I have a better power for him. I know. I know I have the power. I know he's a good boxer, strong boxer, but I'm a champion. I'm a champion. Saturday night, the all people is look who is the win, who is the best. I know I'm the best. I know the best. I respect you. Nonito is have a good career. But now I know I'm the best the category. Saturday night, the all people who look Nordine Oubaali, he is possible. He's come for the unification because is my objective.
Nonito, and you kind of heard it in his response. The champ was also quoted by saying, and as you just heard, you know, you've had a great career, but it's his time now. And he's going to show Saturday that it is his time and you've had your time. Your response to that?
I'm very hard-headed, so I don't take anything what people always say, tell me to do. You know, anybody can say their time, but I also have my time, and I'm always be the one to concede or to make the decision, and I believe it's still my time.
You know what this venue brings. This venue seems to bring magic here. Your thoughts of fighting here and what possibly we could see Saturday night between you two.
Well, it's going to be a great fight. I mean, Oubaali is a champion for a reason, and you know he's been through it in terms of the amateurs and being here. So we're not underestimating any of that. And again, you know, in this venue, I've fought in this venue for a lot of times, and I always make magical fights in the first place. So it's always going to be magical. You know, I'm a unicorn.
What do you think will be the difference in this fight between you two?
Just the hunger, you know, as much as he's younger or in the experience level, you know, just the hunger, you know, like him and myself, we have an objective with the same guy, you know, and that's what makes us hungry. And it's going to be a great fight.
Champ, same question to you. If you could ask the champ, what does he believe will be the difference in this fight with Nonito Donaire?
Nordine, pour toi, qu'est-ce qui fera la différence dans ce combat face à Donaire?
The difference he make, I want more the win. I want more the win because I want continues to make my history. Nonito Donaire, he make 4 division bantamweight or 4 division world champion. I know is my time. It's my time. I want. I think I want more him.
And lastly, we'll wrap it up here with you guys. And, you know, I'll ask you really the same question. You're victorious, champ. What would you like next?
I would like for my next fight. Why not for the unification? Because I'm turning out for this. I'm turning out for this. I want to make my history every time. Is this the motivation? Because the all boxer he start today, he want boxing because one here the COVID is very difficult. I hear because I like boxing. I like to every time boxing the best boxer. Now I boxing the Nonito Donaire is good for me, for my career, my future. I want this. I like the fight. This my life.
Nonito, same question. You're victorious. You become champion. What would you like next?
The best out there. You know, I want a rematch, you know, with Inoue and get all the belts. That's my only objective. That's the only thing I have not accomplished in boxing is becoming undisputed. I've done everything: fighter of the year, knockout of the year, multiple champions, 4 division champions, you know, you name it. So that's my main goal, main objective. Get the belt and put them all together.
You both are coming off, I want to say 17, 18-month layoffs, longest of your career. Will that be a factor at all, you think, Saturday?
Est-ce que les 17 ont une influence samedi?
Just I want boxing, just this. It's not for me. I training hard every time. It's not problem. I know boxing because I have the experience. it's no problem for Saturday. I think I make a big fight. Big fight is all people like the fight show.
Nonito, will it be a factor?
Not at all. I think it helped me out. Just being out of the ring, helped my body recover, you know, and the eagerness and the hunger again all over. I think it was a blessing for me.
I know there are a number of people from the media here who have questions. Let's start, Jake Donovan from the boxing scene. Jake?
Thanks, Brian. Nonito, I wanted to ask, for all the success you had in many weight classes, what is it about bantamweight that made you want to return here?
Well, it's my real weight. You know, I've always fought in the heavier division because of the excitement, the challenge, and the lucrative offer or the names at that time. So now I'm just here where I belong, and this is where I'm really strong.
Thank you. I appreciate you wearing the Knicks colors too. Gary Antoine, I wanted to ask you, I know you've been out of the ring for a minute. With the win on Saturday, do you believe you should be going straight towards the title, or do you want to stay more active in 2021?
I definitely want to stay more active. That's always been my plan. The pandemic to slow things down. Fan-friendly people who always ask me, man, you need to get back in there. We want to see more of the ass kicking. I say, hey, me too. The fighters is not the ones that's pulling all of the strings, you know, so that's more of a technical question. And like you say, should I be more active? Of course. I want to be more active, to answer your question. Right, as far as a title shot, I would say down the road, next 4 fights, 3 fights, that's what I would want to look at.
I appreciate that. And then Giovanni, I wanted to ask you, with the last fight, Broner dictated that the fight was going to take place at welterweight. Do you feel much stronger now that you're back in natural weight class?
Giovanni, esta pregunta es para ti. La última vez que peleaste con Broner fue en un peso un poquito más alto. ¿Te sientes más fuerte en este peso?
Sí, este es mi peso. Siempre he hecho campaña en este peso y el sábado lo voy a dejar demostrar.
Of course, this is my weight. I've always been a 140 pounder, and Saturday I'm going to demonstrate it.
Thank you, Jake. All right, next one from FightHype, Eric Ramirez. Oh, Stephen Angeles. Stephen Angeles from ABS CBN.
Hey, thank you. Good seeing you again, Nonito. I know it's been a while, man. And we've covered you for the longest time now. We've watched you grow. I'm actually very intrigued by your posture right now and your choice of how you're sitting. Where would you say you are mentally now, and how you've just evolved over the years through the weight classes and just everything you've been through?
I've been there with anybody, everybody. I'm just very confident, you know. It's just another day for me, kind of thing. It's normal. It's something I look forward to, but just being here, being around this is very exciting.
Eric Ramirez. Good. All right. Let's go to our Vice President of Communications at Showtime Boxing, Chris de Blasio. Chris, I understand you've got some members of the media who want to ask questions.
We do, Brian. Thank you. Can you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear.
Very good. All right, let's start with Jeremy Herridges from fansided.com. Jeremy, go ahead.
Hi, Nonito. I know that when fighters can, start getting into the late 30s, they don't always feel as youthful as they once did. Do you feel that you're having to rely more on your wisdom against some of the younger fighters? I know that the age difference isn't as big here, but is that something that has sharpened your skills with your experience and your boxing wisdom?
The wisdom definitely is a big part of me fighting now, but the biggest part is being healthy. I can be 40 and I can still fight with anybody else at a young age. It's just my healthy lifestyle. I mean, there's just no other thing about it. It's just I'm very healthy. I eat the right food. I get the right rest, mentally and physically and spiritually, just healthy. And I think that's the biggest key for me. But yes, to add it all up, the wisdom is definitely one big factor.
The fight with Inoue was a brutal fight back and forth. Did you feel like that took anything out of yours? You said your lifestyle. Do you feel that's kind of helped you replenish from that fight?
It helped me out a lot. I mean, it mentally, I started to remember why I was so good at a younger age and I'm still freaking amazing is because now all of it's coming all together. That just kind of woke me up, and the layoff this time had allotted me recovery time where I think I can beat anybody at this time.
Thank you, and best of luck to everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. All right, let's go to Carlos Toro.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for taking time to talk to us. First question to Giovanni. Giovanni, looking back on that Broner fight, and some thought that you deserved that win, but what did you take away from that fight, and how have you grown from the experience of fighting Adrian Broner?
Giovanni, vamos a la pregunta contigo. La última pelea con Broner, muchos pensaron que tú ganaste, incluso creo que hasta tú pensaste que ganaste. ¿Qué sientes tú que se te quitó de esa pelea y qué vas a hacer hoy diferente o qué piensas que mereces esta vez?
No, esta vez, como todos saben, yo muy bien gané esa pelea, pero nada, esta vez venimos a hacer el trabajo, venimos más fuerte, venimos a trabajar asalto por asalto y que sea lo que Dios quiera.
This time that I come, I'm coming now at my weight. I feel strong. I'm coming to work round by round, and I'm going to show them on Saturday, like I've said before.
One quick question to Sobriel Matias. Sobriel, coming out of that fight against Petros Ananyan last year, you beat Malik Hawkins in your last fight and fought very, very well. And what changed with that loss with you? And how much better do you feel you are as a boxer? And obviously we saw the improvement in the performance against Malik Hawkins, but how much better do you feel you are right now as a boxer?
Suriel, vienes de una derrota, después viniste de conquistar una victoria contra Malik. ¿Qué sientes tú? Se vio la diferencia en el boxeador que eres, pero ¿qué sientes tú en este momento que es la diferencia y el cambio que has hecho?
For you, Suriel.
Que vienes de una derrota y después volviste a conquistar una victoria contra Malik. Se vio el cambio en esa pelea. ¿Qué cambios has hecho ahora y qué crees que va a marcar la diferencia en esta pelea?
No tengo nada que decir referente a la derrota. Creo que el que sabe de boxeo, según vaya viendo cada combate mío, van a sacar sus propias conclusiones.
I have not very much to say. Those that seen me lost, I lost. There's nothing I can say about it. And those that know boxing know that I've been progressing and improving, and that's what you're going to see Saturday.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Great, Carlos. Thank you. Our last question on the Zoom here from Michael Rueda. Michael?
Thank you, and thank you to everybody for taking time out. Nonito, first question will be for you. Obviously, man, you're a legend in the sport. You've been doing it for such a long time, but, you've taken time off over the last few years between fights. How much do you think that, as well as the performances that you've given in your last few fights, do give you more confidence going forward?
I mean, I've had enough experience to just go in there, and make it harder, trouble for everybody. But I think the lifestyle that I live, just the mental health, the physical health, eating the right food and doing the right thing. That this is why I'm nearing 40 and I'm still competing at that level. It's because it doesn't matter how old I'm going to be. Right now, even Father Time is supporting me because I feel good. I feel better than the last time. So, all of that is just being healthy. I think that's the main key for me, is that I'm, why I can compete with anybody at this time is because I'm always healthy and mentally, you're only going to be as strong as your mind is. And I am very strong mentally.
Thank you. And last question will be for Antoine Russell. As you said, you're in the hurt business. This month of boxing has been, pretty incredible with the types of fights that we've had, the people that have been in the ring and the fights, again, that we've had. What do you want to do come Saturday, for at the end of it all, when we go back and revisit this month, they talk about, man, Antoine Russell stole the show over everybody.
I want to show that I'm the cream of the crop. I'm a superstar. Now, the light haven't been shined on me because there's been a lot of other things going on. So, and until then, y'all gonna see. Y'all have to wait and see. You know, come Saturday, it will be a show, a great show. It will be some sparks and fireworks. I have an opponent that's not willing to lay down. If he's not willing to, I must make him lay down. And it's that simple. He come to bring violence, I come to bring violence.
Thank you, and good luck to all of you guys on Saturday.
Okay, Michael, thank you. Great questions from everyone here on the webinar. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Chris, thank you. We've got one more here from members of the media, Samir Hamoudi. He's from RMC Sports France.
Nordine is going to be your fourth world championship, your third title defense, but it's again away from France, and you always had to fight on another country. How do you feel about that, and how are you confident you can still beat the odds? C'est ton quatrième championnat du monde, Nordine. Une nouvelle fois, c'est pas en France. Tu dois encore voyager et aller combattre à l'extérieur. Comment tu ressens ça?
I feel it's good for me for my career because every time you win other your country is the best because you all the people he know is difficult. You win other your country, but is for my career. You look, Nordine Oubaali is not. You don't have a career protect career because I want boxing the best boxer. And I want to win for the best boxer. Now, the old people you look, I'm world champion. And Saturday, I make a great show for my fight.
Question for Nonito. You've been in many wars. The last one against Inoue 17 months ago was a pretty good one. You're 38 years old. How do you attend this fight? Is your mind already on Inoue? Or this fight is the first one that you got in mind?
No, I have big respect for Nordine, and I will never underestimate anyone who comes inside that ring with me. So this is my fight now, and this is where I'm focused, and this is what I trained for, and this is how it's all gonna be in my head.
Thank you very much. Folks, there you have it. It comes your way Saturday night from the Dignity Health Sports Park, a triple header of fights promoted by TGB Promotions and brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. The main event, Nonito Donaire taking on the WBC bantamweight champion, Nordine Oubaali. And then the co-main, you have Subriel Matias taking on Batir Jukimbayev. You don't want to miss that. And then the first fight of the night that comes your way, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time, the unbeaten Gary Antoine Russell taking on Giovanni Santiago. It should be one heck of a night. Thank you for attending this press conference. Gentlemen, we're going to have a face-off. We'll go with each fight, and then we'll do the entire fight card. Start with the first fight. First fight of the night. So let's start with Mr. Russell. Mr. Santiago. You can take your mask off. Keep it off. Have you at a distance. There at the tape. That tape is your mark.
Can we have Nordine step out? Leah?
Now the co-main, Subriel Matias. Oh, you want the chairs moved? Just to fight it. Okay. Gentlemen, just 1 second. Go back to your seats. You want these guys to do it again? Okay. So one more face off. If we can get you guys to come to the side. Yeah, just come to the side. Thank you very much, guys. Don't go anywhere because we're going to do the full card as well. Now to the co-main. Subriel Matias, Batir Jukembayev. Face the front. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, the bantamweight champion, Nordine Oubaali, Nonito Donaire. And face the front. All right, entire fight card. All right, let's get a group shot, everybody. Yep. Same. There you go. Raise your hand, Esther, so they know. Thank you, gentlemen.